الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله تعالى عليه وسلم. Brothers and sisters, fellow Gambians, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Bemol be kontonna Gambia din kendobe dawda ngal be konton, Gambia din kendobe dawda ngal be salam. Allah din kendeya, Allah sabaro, anin Allah lafo Allah bankola, mbal konton na mbal jaila, mbal tentula albe dawda. Follow. Mbenna banko President kontonna, Menkeda His Excellency President Adama Baroti, mbafole ko inimbara, yediamu nyimma minke National Assembly wala Deputy Bungoto, nilo kunkon. President Adama Barrow, ila diamo famajio bije, ila diamo kono wisdom bije, hakilo. Ila diamo kono genuineness bije, tonya moya anin tilingo bije, adu ila diamo kono fana nyaton kaya kendo tamanse bije. I remembered when I watched your story, when I watched you delivered your statement, I remembered the first time you made a public statement. Mudin ngoltinak bari minumal long meta nyunkuo konolde. In October or around November, Kabiri Adama Barota, when UDP picked Adama Barrow up, and you know, some people went around and asked for his educational qualification. Moliala, you know, educational background, Yininka, and people started, you know, defining him, clueless. His name was Clueless, Uneducated President. I remembered one day being very angry. Kabiring President Adama Barrow at a convention dula, a first statement or deliver at the convention, at the primaries. When he delivered his statement, I called one of my senior brothers, Lamin Tungara. Ngaba Lamin Tungara atul fanang. Nga konna mansa ke. Falma fire ko state mbekam fare because ndenga from the word go, those that knew the story, genuinely, not people that see the branch of tree being moved around by the wind and the direction that it pushes it, that's how they see it. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about those that planted the tree itself, those that went and looked for the seeds and prepared the ground and sowed the seed and watered it to germinate and took care of it to a point of producing branches. Mbewol lelma. Meta kuo kono de mudin ngoti bari meta kuol kon. Nga remember Lamin Tunkara kumal fonyente nyina lela. Nkoto malum de. Lamin Tunkara is one young man in UDP. Uncle Alkali Kontela Dindingolem. Again, Lamin Tunkara and Fabu Sane took me to UDP. 1 year. They've been following me for 1 good year to move to UDP, these two people. I was very angry because the Facebook was inundated with every kind of derogatory, every kind of insulting, every kind of, you know, disrespectful word against UDP against the way in which President Adama Barrow, then UDP leader and candidate for coalition leadership, delivered his statement. Mudin Nimolti, with little experience, and I thought I had hikmah, but when I called Lamin Tunkara, Tunkara was also very angry because he was a part of the media committee. Nkai, what the hell happened, Tunkara? Didn't you people ask Adama Barrow to rehearse his statement? What the hell happened? Tunkara resonated with me. He told me, Gitteh nkai nam, akonye, adomandamang. Akonye, I felt your frustration. We've asked Alaji Dabo and Mpa Malik Nyazi, who are members of the media committee, to do this. But hey, let me tell you something. I was listening. Tunkara Konya, the first day that Prophet Muhammad received Quran, he trembled. Alalo kilaba. Billahi Tunkara le remanyina. Akonya lungo minna the first day. Kila sallallahu alayhi wa sallam bebere huo kono. Akonya kabirin Jibril jida kan the first day Quran of haye. Anim borole findita seda suokon. Kila be bunyari nyameng. Kila be kumari nyameng. Kabirin Jibril kako ikra bi ismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم أكون يعني مبوري بالي فين دي تولو كلا صلى الله عليه وسلم أكون يفول من كن كايس أكون أنا بلا موسى لو من أتاتا تور سينا أني من ستلا دياموتا دي فوس دي على دياموتاي موسى لipata bankoto la ketura folo man kن كاي ها أكون how did they end up? They ended up being the greatest people. Nyimo Adama Barrow la fololti. Momo ka karankuol konole. Walulamin Tunkara kamuntam feko annabiyo mo. Tunkara manke annabiyo matide. Barai hikman bindin na wolung. Woyemma koy. Ninna keba diamuta alkal konte. Akonya kana wori. Akonya ntol meta duniale. Onkul alkali konya dun tol meta Adama dingol tol nga jamalel mara meta nga karandi lokele nga mol mara akonya Adama nka yes akonya Adama nka yes akonye be minna kontinala. He will never disappoint you. Kabiringa Adama la statement o jibe I speak the nying state of the Malam for state of the National Assembly. Muneka fanyade. State of what? Ndema atolonde. Because ndema atolo. But I speak in the National Assembly. Ka fanyawe ntuwa account on temalo. I don't know what the name is. Tell me if you know. I don't even know what it is called. But Adamarira Diamo National Assembly. Akumata back. Ada Gambian ola ayen tolta ayen kontanindi. And I said this, if a clueless president Adama is what a clueless president is like, if Adama is what an uneducated person looks like, I want all Gambian presidents to be clueless. I want all Gambian presidents to be uneducated. If Adama's qualities are the qualities of a clueless person, if Adama's qualities are the qualities of an educated leader, I want all Gambian presidents to eternity to be clueless and uneducated presidents. That's what I want. Momi yemol la nyanto bunya, yemol horoma, yemol bunya, yemol ye horomo itandi mola nim famajio. Thank you, President Barrow. But I have to shorten that because this topic is not about you. But I felt I will not do justice to you if I do not say this. And thank you, Lamin Tunkara, for cementing my trust. Thank you, Uncle Alkali Conte. Thank you, Fabu Sane, for cementing, for strengthening my faith in President Adama Barrow. That was when I decided that, hey, abe tinya, na abe tinya ta Adama la Karola, we will take responsibility. But na bete ada, we also will take the responsibility. Adama all the way. That was the very day I as an individual decided that what Lamin Tunkara told me, what Uncle Alkali Kondo told me are enough. I don't need anyone else's advice to stick to Adama Barrow. And alhamdulillah, Gambia, alhamdulillah. Now coming back to the National Assembly, I want to take this opportunity to gracefully, to honorably thank you for understanding that the bill against age above 65 to run for president and vice president is unconstitutional and discriminatory. Thank you for understanding that no Gambian should be discriminated based on anything in serving in any position of our country. Thank you for understanding that. Ngal tentu ngal jai atol député Kendol. Ngal tentu ngal jai atol député Kallankelu. Ngal tentu ngal jai sakonna député lu. UDP député mbal konton na mbal jai la mbal tentula. Albele akata de. Barina UDP député lu ala baraka for understanding ko. Hanibe sanji taworo ni lulu. Hikma kana wa watole. Ala baraka aliyakata National Assembly mbal tentula mbal jaila for removing the cap of age limit from 65 to 75. Thank you so much. Thank you to the National Assembly. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdulillah. President Barrow, thank you for your patience. Now, the issue of a vice president not being sworn in, insulting Fatoumata Tambajang should be, noble enough to resign. She should recuse herself. She should all that nonsense. Alhamdulillah, it has come to an end now. Me President Barrow Daniel Fanang, Ayana Musota, I swear in as quickly as possible. Esaje doku start ndolma wato soto diamu chense wa nyin no sabo. Ndola nyin clueless government. Ndola nyin uneducated leadership. Ndolbe nyin banko topoto lalde. President Barrow mbe danila mbe tentula mbe jaila bari mbe danila nima keno arjumo dukare tenelum Fatoumata Tambajang akalindi bae mansaya ta deputy mansaya ay ngatandu. Ndol we are traveling at a very, very acceptable speed. Mbe mansata la tentula. Bare Barrow mbe tentula mbe jaile sabaro minke. Diamol siata nendirol siata kuo beketa. Bare mbe tentula. Fatoumata Tambajang. Naseri koko mbe fana tentula yedoku nyima minke mbe jaila. Yakata Gambia bankoe. Neneta kambe na kukilintu. We will never unite on a single thing. That will never happen. Mansatalla layoff. Akatale al dada. Bar alkono kafirol bijele. Alkono muslimol bije. Min sonda. Adu mansatalla le londiro ke fengola adaka. Jero ke fanang. Alkamimbar. Ala layoff suratu tagabun. Atale afo ako. Huwa alladhi khalaqakum. Faminkum kafirun. Waminkum mu'minun. Wallahu bima ta'amaluna basir. Ala layofo. Wotonde kamben no la kutu. Ala kontele al dada. Ate mansatalla le al dada. It is he who created you. Amongst you are those that will never accept. Amongst you are those that will never believe. Amongst you are those that will never agree to the truth. But there are amongst you that will believe in the great things. There are a lot of you that will believe in what is positive and they will support it at all cost. وَالَّذِي خَلَقَكُمْ فَمِنْكُمْ كَافِرٌ وَمِنْكُمْ مُؤْمِنٌ. But when we have genuine people joining together, putting hands together, and having the interest of the country at heart, we are done and we shall move with success. We shall move and we shall achieve the unthinkable. Ametalde. But Halifa Sallah mimfangwe wo age limit removal kabiri maifatinada. Halifa Sallah mimfangwe ya ibangala ya criticize. Ate fango di amuta National Assembly ada tenturo ka e jairo ke ko is writing otomba tentula mbe halifa tentula mba jaila National Assembly ila doko moleti miwomi mu banko la kairoti miwomi mu banko la nyato tati mbe kambe wala parti kuo e boje otomba tentula mbal jaila kabo ka follow President Adama Barrow la mbe tentula mbe jaila ye sabaro minke ye nyalo sinkumba kan ye nyaka si nendirola ya kata ye banko la kairo minti ibulata onom Fatoumata Tambajang na seri koko adumbal dandala la sign. You've been telling me Gitteh. Now I've also been very patient now. Now my wife is getting sworn in. Stop calling me Ahmed Gitteh now. I deserve some national honor now. I deserve some national respect. Start preparing to call me second gentleman. Because Alma Tolong, I am the second gentleman of the country. Okay? Call me second gentleman. Nobody should call me Gitteh now. I am second gentleman. Because my wife is sworn in and she is getting in as vice president, inshallah. Mbal tentula mbal jaila. Atol mi alonko alota nyim bansa kunda fe. Atol mi alonko you stood by this government. You've always been there. I cannot thank Uncle Alkali Conte enough. The Honorable Ambassador at large. Iye minke. Alabe sedi arine. Iye minke. Ndenga alonne de. Kabiring April. Ye solo sande nyol muta kanafo bi. Ndenga alonne. Thank you Lamin Tunkara for putting in that faith and for cementing my trust in Adama Barrow. And thank you to every genuine Gambian. Again. Nde kambe na umbete kambe na kukilinde. Bari mansa talala mo kendolu. Niye femoje. Abete ata nyaonya ilafibali ata ala nyaonya barnim ku kendolem. They accept it and move on. And support it. Even though they disagree with it. Your Excellency President Adama Barrow, please help us. Please help us. Either swear in Fatoumata Tambajang on Friday or swear in Fatoumata Tambajang on Monday. We want to deal with this now. Call me second gentleman because I will soon have my red hat and red necklaces as the honorable husband to the Deputy Vice President. Now, let me warn Macky Sall. You know you fulas, nyina nembe fulo lipala. Allah ninse kantarandoko, nyina nembe fulo lipala. Yamera Macky Sall male be mint. Alaftanna musolal. Macky Sall wanted my wife. Barimbo stop la le fulo lo doko. Mba chikala kama sainsai. Ala dandala. Dandala len Macky Sall man buguma he fof. Wahalen Macky Sall man. My jeker Fatoumata Tambajang. Su bugut dara. Su Macky Sall bukutu dara. Man. Dumanangulolu. Fulol ko getu ko fala onangongo. That is except Fatoumata Tambajang. Getu ko fala ona malum fo onangongolo. That is with the exception of Fatoumata Tambajang. Getu ko fala onangongo with the exception of Fatoumata Tambajang. If with the exception of Fatoumata Tambajang. Let me tell you one secret. That's why I even married Fatoumata Tambajang. That's why she has become my wife. You know, how many of you see, in all our cultures in the Gambia, every Gambian knows how to prepare, every tribe in the Gambia knows how to prepare the Wolof traditional food, and that is benachin. Benachin is the cultural food of the Wolofs. Every tribe knows how to prepare it. Mandinkas are domoda, mafe, as the Wolofs will call it. Mafe is the Mandinka traditional food. Everybody knows how to prepare it. The Jolas is Nyankatang. Now when you look at all these major tribes, Fulas are the second largest ethnic group in the Gambia. You know what they are? You know what their traditional food is? Tedungal. Tedungal is their traditional food. How many of you non-Fula ladies are able to cook that? Or in fact, be truthful. How many of you even know what Tedungal is? Tell me. If you are not a Fula, if you are a Fula, you are not part of it. If you are not a Fula, tell me. How many of you are able to cook Tedungal? How many? You know, a lot of you don't know what Tedungal is. So these Fulas, you know, one day, I've never known about Tedungal. One day, I went with my dad. And that is, you know, a lot of you would have asked, why do Fulas do naming ceremony very early? When it's time for naming ceremony, Fulola Kulio, they start naming ceremony at 5 a.m. in the morning. Have you ever asked why? Have you ever asked why? So one day my dad was a very religious, a religious leader. So one day they invited my dad. Normally they will invite him very early in the morning. So one day, after Fajr prayer, my father asked me to accompany him to one naming ceremony, Fula naming ceremony. We went there early morning, only Fulas, no other person apart from my dad and me, no other person. They gathered there, you know, ye dinno tola, you know, kabire dinno tola, ye domor sifa dole sambana. Akamunda kuskuso. Kabire asamana nganene, ha, adiat. Very delicious. Very delicious. Ngado nyine nga fula kambano membala. Ngai ko, what is this? Akonye ko, this is Tedungal. Ngai yo, no wonder you Fulas do naming ceremonies early. You do 2 types of naming ceremonies. So first thing in the morning, only Fulas will gather. And in the afternoon, they will call the rest of the people, and they just like normal people would do. But they have 2 naming ceremonies early morning. So now, I know your secrets. That's why I am taking in my Fatoumata Tambajang. So, Macky Sall didn't want me to know that. Macky Sall, move away from my wife. If you don't, we will fight. But then, on a more serious note, Gambia is moving forward. And we are grateful to everybody that is able to make that a possibility. We are very grateful to everyone, every Gambian that has the interest of Gambia at heart. We will never agree on everything at the same time. We have different priorities. Doctors have health as a priority. Teachers and professors, education is their priority. Technologies have their own priority. Security men have a priority. You know, we all have a priority. But the fact is, all these are very important. And for a developing country like Gambia, we cannot 100% serve all these things at the same time. It is left to the president and the cabinet to also look at these things and see where the highest priority lies, and they move on with it. And that's why we have different governments with different priorities when it comes to development. So we all have to understand this and continue to work for our nation. Mbal tentula mbal jaila mbe Barrow tentula mbal jaila mbal kontona. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.